straight to 55th. Let me tell you a little something. I'm gonna just walk you through life real quick like this.
I always had to play ways, even through the broke days. You ain't gon' accomplish shit, work with minimum wage, days on days. I was trying to find some place. How you say you playing with the sun when you in the shade? You don't live what you say. You think it's A-okay? Ah, shit. I can't tell you how to live your life, but if I was you, that shit can never feel right. I had to make a sacrifice.
Welcome to Hot Topic Tuesday, everybody. We're at STWF Studios. Today's topic, excluding church. Where are the most toxic places you can meet your mate? Excluding church. And go.
What up, man? This your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. We kicking it. How's it going today, man?
Oh, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here right here at the STWF studio. We got crazy-ass spring weather, which I'm not complaining at all. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. So we don't know if it's guns out, buns out, or sweaters and leather. We don't know what to do in Texas, but you know what? It's better than the snow and ice we normally get about this time of year. I'll tell you that.
Facts. And one thing that's good about Texas is it's always sundress season. So it doesn't matter if it's summertime, springtime, or even wintertime. It's always sundress season.
In other words, pervert season. Oh, my bad. Now, sundresses are definitely a nice thing.
Yes, and man, we had some pretty good traction in the group with our hot topic. It was like you said, excluding church. What's a toxic place to meet your future mate?
Church. Oh, you said excluding church. My bad. He better be lucky he called that because boy, I sure had some. The funny thing is, when those things top, I'm a whole convict. She worked in Indian Springs Prison in Las Vegas, Nevada. Started a relationship with Perry Washington. You can never judge Perry. Like I say, he had his little slip-ups. But overall, the dude she brought home from prison doing an 8-year bid for robbery was the best boyfriend she ever had. He could fix anything with his hands. He would fix the car if they broke down. He would sit. I used to hate that shit. Before mama brought him home, I'll take an F and forget it. And that man would have me sitting at the table 5-6 hours trying to help me with my history homework that neither one of us understood, but he would 5-6 hours at the table working. So Perry Washington, if you still alive and doing well, what up to you? My mama brought a whole man home from prison. So prison might be one of the worst places.
Well, I don't know if that's worse. That sounds like it was pretty good.
Well, it was. Like I said, he got out, he got on drugs. Like I said, true story. I can't bend this finger, but that was we had a fight, my wife attending. So, it wasn't. But my mother met a man in prison, y'all. So I'm not, how many serial killers get pen pals and people won't
that's even on like a Netflix special where they have documentaries on, pen pals. But shout out to Toya. I see you tapped in. Shout out to Coach Lee. You tapped in. I see that Bobby tapped in with us. Lee said we need some cowboy sundresses.
Who said that? Coach Lee?
Yeah, that's what Coach Lee said.
I thought he was a Cowboy fan.
Yeah. He said because he was talking about the comment about sundresses in Dallas. It's always sundresses.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Okay, repping. I'm thinking he's saying calling us cowgirls or something. Coach Lee, be very careful how you mention cowboys and sundresses in the same sentence moving forward.
Nah, that's funny. But yeah, we had some great traction on this topic about what's the next toxic place to meet someone. And just gonna start with off church. The reason why we excluded church is because like you said, there's a lot of toxicity there. A lot of people don't understand. It's like, hey, people coming to church for a word. So you don't know what these people's circumstances are. You don't know how they really are, but you just know how they be at church. So, exclude church because everyone says, hey, you want to find, this is what I grew up on. If you want to find a wholesome chick, go to church. Because they said they grew up with values.
See, remember the last podcast you said you're a dream killer? I like to keep it real. Hey, I would not have excluded church because most people think church is a place to meet somebody. And I would have been so curious to who would have jumped in the comments and said church for toxicity. Because the last time I posted something, jumped on, you got to lead you to the Lord. I was telling Ivan, again, we're not bashing church, But I was alive in that, man, someone coming up to me quoting scriptures, almost a red flag, because of how many people I've seen false flagging and spiritual gangbanging. People spiritual gangbang, the Christians diss the Jehovah's Witness, the Jehovah's Witness diss the Christians diss the Catholics diss the Muslims. So religion and all of that stuff, that's why I don't even practice organized religion anymore, because man has turned me off from organized religion. But it's not about me. Y'all, excluding church, where is one of the most toxic places to meet your mate?
So yeah, shout out to Brian, because he was the first to comment. He said a couple of them. He said court, strip club, and the gas station. He said that's where I picked up all of my toxic women from. And who would have thought the gas station? I mean, I can see the strip club.
At the gas station, everybody got to stop and get gas. You're gonna get porn stars, preachers, teachers, good girls, bad gas. So, but now I will say, in the city like Oak Cliff, this and that, a lot of people would hang out at the gas stations, party and drink. So it'd be those bopper types too. So.
Yeah. Because I mean, especially when I was at Grambling, it was what is it? I forget what it was, but it was a Shell station, and that was the spot. Like, especially after clubs, they would go there to hang out.
In Dallas, the Shell off Camp Wisdom. But I'll tell you from a personal trainer, the gym can be one of the most toxic places, because not all trainers are upstanding like me. Some are pervs. But seriously, in the gyms, you got hoes, male and females, that go to gyms sometime. And then you got people half naked getting in shape. And if you don't know, burnout wakes things up. So there's always one of my old clients, Trinette Contreras, calls the gyms the devil playground. She calls gyms the devil playground. So gyms, LA Fitness, those commercial gyms where people go up there using it like a meat market, gyms are one of the most toxic places you can meet somebody. You can meet good people too, but you can meet, some hoes. Trust me.
Shout out to Tori. She said, forgot about the gym. So she agrees, like, the gym is very toxic there. We're working on a lag. We see that. We just had to swap computer, so we didn't update. So you should catch up. But we got Bob. He says, church is messy. This is coming from a guy who has been in ministry for 17 years and on staff. Yeah,
we excluded church and couldn't keep it out. Hey, go and blow the doors open, people. Come on in with it.
But exactly. It's very toxic there, especially if you're behind the doors. Just like, in any brand, any job, it's the level of toxicity after you get out of those 30 days, your moonlight period.
You know what, real quick, what somebody brought up to me, they was like, you don't go to the hospital unless you're sick. A lot of people that are going to church really, really need healing. They really, really need some work. They're really dealing with some demons, some people that go to church, and rightfully so. So that's why some of the church gets a bad name sometimes, but you're going to find sick people in the hospital, and sometimes you're going to find sick, desperate people in church trying to get healed.
Yeah, exactly. But, and the thing is what's really crazy and mind-blowing to me is, like, why not go to church first? Why for, to find our mate, and that's what it was talking, like, especially growing up, like, yeah, you won't find you a good woman, go to church. Like, why would I find God and go to church? But
well, when Ice Cube and other people say it's a fashion show, people treat the church like the clubs. Like, you literally got people, I know people that love to do music in the church because they get groupies. And I know people, they got their club clothes and they got their church clothes. And boy, some of their church clothes, like they say, Ice Cube, it's a fashion show.
Yeah. It's funny too. So shout out to Brian. He also said another one, court. I was laughing. I was like, yeah, that's a good one. I mean, because I guess both of y'all are wanted. It's like, hey, man, you got 29. Hey, man, I got to go pay these court costs.
I actually met a lady in court, but I didn't know I was going to jail at them. By the time I got out, I had lost that. And, man, we was vibing. We was clicking. We was talking. And but she was not the one, this had to do with child support. So she wasn't in trouble. She was going to get her, hang her man or whatever. And we just vibed and clicked. And little did I know, I got her phone number. Shit, they handcuffed me. Shit, I didn't see the data lighted there again for 3 months. And by the time I got, that was a done deal. Court, that's a good one.
Yeah, and I'm thinking just like, criminal court. But Brian, he said, nah, I was there to collect, he's talking about family court, child support court.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's very toxic. Because I was like, wait, what women is at the child support court? Wait, the caseworkers and the people that's there to testify against their man.
They're trying to get them to pay more money. Hey, he got to raise work. I need that. Yeah.
Right. So shout out to you, Brian. Thanks for the participation. And everyone, we post these topics every week. So y'all join our Facebook group, Sports Talk with Friends, to get involved in this, because we definitely want to hear what you got to say so we can put it on the show and, get some conversation going. So we have Sidney Oliver. Now, this one was mine. He said,
that man has been scarred. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, bro, like, would you trip it? You know what I'm saying? You taking some mushrooms or something? Like, where in Venus?
Hey, them chicks from Pluto, they got that Pluto for real. When I met this chick from Pluto, they got 2 cats. And you don't even have to get undressed. One of them is on the other hip. You can just right there at the movies. No, he said Earth. Goddamn. Yeah, that man has definitely had some toxic relationships.
Yeah. So he said, then he comes back and says, I mean, my man, Neil deGrasse has a grasp on the cosmos. Yeah.
Hey, I need some of what you smoking. What's his name?
I was about to say, no, puff and put out. I don't want none of that. That
shit, I don't know. Hey, Neil, pass me that shit.
But he's a Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, it sounds like he's smoking on this shit that'll put an elephant down. Goddamn. He thinking way out there. Like I said, it might be some shrooms.
Yeah, man.
That's a little bit more than weed.
So shout out to Maurice, man. He's been in our group, one of our top contributors. Top contributors. So he says work.
I saw that in the comments, and someone said they had a good one, but that's too much closeness. I think work, they have that no fraternization rules for a reason. I think it's good when you're going through the infatuation stage and y'all can't wait to see each other. Once you done knocked it down 10 or 20 times, for you or her, once the new stud start working there, or once the new Barbie start working there, the chick with the banging body, the tall, dark, and handsome dude, whatever, work can get a little, because you're going to take shit more personally. Hey, you talking to my girl like that. If it's just a chick at work and your supervisor ride on her real hard, say, Becky, it's okay. He kind of can be an asshole. But if y'all are intimate, hey, can I talk to you, Greg? Ain't got shit to do with you and your job in jeopardy because you're in your feelings.
Real talk. And I mean, like you said, and I'm against work, because at the end of the day, that is toxic, because you can't do anything by yourself, because it's gonna get back to your girl. Oh, you walk into the lunch line. Oh, that get back to your girl. So
some girl might have sat down with you at the break table to pass you your timesheet card to talk about something dealing with work. Oh, so you had lunch with that bitch, huh? You effing her now? Yeah,
exactly. And in one thing, some relationships, you ask, hey, how was your day? Let me tell you about my work day. It won't happen. You won't have that. You know what I'm saying?
I seen when you dropped that whole pallet and got rolled up. I know how your day went. Damn, you just the F up. I thought you just at home doing the thing at work, paying attention. Yeah, that could get real. But all in the beginning. Because you can duck off behind the cooler, go by, and a little.
Yeah. Put a girlfriend in a work hubby. That becomes a real hubby and a real girlfriend, So it's like, hey, you know what? All of these different, cliches, these different stigmas get put on you at work, So then, your mate will hear that. You know what I'm saying? It could be like, oh, this person's this person's that. And it get back to your mate, be like, oh, wait, hold on.
And then they're not going to really be able to focus on their job. Let's say, for example, let's keep it real. You work with your girl at work, right? And all of a sudden, she just happens to work with this new hunk that works in her department. And they have to work hands on hands. You're going to be busy looking over there to see if they flirting, to see if they vice versa. Your man, all of a sudden, this new hot chick is the lady working next to him in the office. You're going to be going to get waters. Damn, baby, how thirsty are you? Stand at the water cooler. That's where his desk at, to see if they flirting, to see if they laughing too much. Then when you get home, didn't look like y'all was working to me.
Facts. Shout out to you, Bobby. And I see the tapped in with us, Jenny. So Bobby, he says, my wife and I work together. It's interesting, to say the least. I bet it is, because, with me, I grew up in a house full of women. And I was like, when I turned 16, I do not want to hear any more argument. So it's like, you start arguing, I leave. You know what I'm saying? And you can't leave from that, because, you leave from, the argument at home, it bleeds to the workplace. And then that affects your work and the people around you. So you definitely have to be really disciplined. Shout out to you, Bobby, for having the ability to maybe just shift like that, because that would be a...
Someone on your comments, for some reason, I couldn't find it today, but yesterday I noticed somebody mentioned not want to work with a spouse because people need their space.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's it, Bobby that said that, or who's
no? That was I had comment off of that, but that was Maurice.
Maurice, that's true. It's like, where do you get space at? Like, hey, I love my girl to death, but it's like, hey, sometimes we both need to be in shape. But sometimes you going to the gym, I'm going with you. I'm like, shit. No, seriously, like my gym is my escape from you, the dogs, the cat. So sometimes the gym is my escape. I don't tell her don't come. I'm like, let me get first because I got clients, I can train you with them or whatever. Or we can do the gym at the house. But sometimes you got to have something exclusively for you.
So that's the technique. That's what you said. So that's how you do it. Because we're like, all right, when baby I won't come with me to the studio, I'll be like, all right, well, you know what? Let me go. I got to clean up first, but I can help. Shit.
Well, sometimes one thing about me and you, even though we're gonna be mindful of our ladies' feelings, we come down to it. We're gonna speak our mind. We're gonna let her know. And like I say, and she's very understanding. Because to me, you're not gonna last long. Your relationship, sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
You don't need to always be up under each other.
Agreed. And and what's realistically the example of that was the pandemic. So many marriages ended, so many relationships ended because you're in there long enough to see how ugly your spouse is. You know what I'm saying? Like, your nose ain't really shaped right. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely showed that, hey, you know what? We do need personal time because we all are persons. You know what I'm saying? We all need our individual space at some point. Yes, it's not saying, hey, I'm tired of you. It's not saying you're a horrible person. Your company is bad, but we need time alone. That's it.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Dr. Phil, right at the beginning of the pandemic, Dr. Phil had a whole show sweats every day. If you stuck at home during the pandemic, I was surprised that at the beginning, Dr. Phil knew there's going to be issues. The small things, but when those sweats are comfortable, your man don't want to see your woman, even though how many I'll get caught wearing something and I'll just put something different on and she lights up. Oh, I like you in that. Vice versa. So the fact that Dr. Phil gave quarantine advice, I knew, damn, that's gonna be some problems. Doctors got to get involved.
Yeah. Talking about doctors, one of the top ones we said was free clinic.
Free clinic. That's where Ivan met 3 of his friends.
Yes, man. Yeah.
Oh, 4 of them.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Yeah, I got a whole handful. But before we just got to give a shout out to Bob. He says, we do make sure we do things that don't involve each other. I love sports. She doesn't so much. So hitting up a softball game with the daughter isn't out for me. She likes doing whatever it is. She likes me. Shout out to you, Bobby. So that's, I wanted to, give some advice. Like, we need to see, like, hey, how do they work? And so that's good you said that, Bobby. They still make time to do stuff that, they like individually.
Absolutely. Appreciate that feedback, Bob.
Yeah. So, Toy, she says you're an individual, you need individual time. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. As long as it's not at the free clinic, because that is, to me, one of the worst places to meet someone.
But not that I've ever been there. It's some ass in there. We got some fine chicks. I mean, I heard there'd be some fine chicks up there. I know.
Yeah, they got that 3, HIV. They got that 3-letter man up there. STD.
Hey, shit, that's why JACKOFF. Hey. Oh, I'm saying I got a woman with something. Hey, you better use that hand sometime. Them silver bullets, ladies. Hey, boy, you got to boil them motherfuckers these days.
Bro, I'm rolling. So definitely, what y'all think about that? Let us know if the free clinic, is a place to meet some your toxic mate. Yeah, because, that would be weird saying, getting married to someone that you'd be like, where did y'all meet? At the clinic.
Hey. As a matter of fact, the next next Tuesday, masturbation makes things make sense. Can we say masturbation on the show?
You said it already.
Okay.
They already cut us off.
We live?
Yeah.
Damn, I just got us demonetized. Listen, they can say it in school. Oh.
Yeah. So next one we have rehab. So what do you think about that?
You said, I saw your comment on that. There has been many people that's met at rehab. Yes. I've known people that's met at rehab. That kind of speaks for itself. Oh, I got one, a halfway house. And I know people that have met there too. A rehab, you got to realize when you're dealing with two addicts, they're addicts for life. And one is usually going to backslide, have a relapse. And if you're dating someone that may have a relapse and you already have addiction issues, everyone, I guess, you can kind of see how the rehab thing could definitely be going up a slippery slope.
Yeah, but I grew up on, pipes make the best relationship. So I mean, they on the peace pipe together, and they could, and ironically, a lot of people that be in relationships don't work through together. So it could be, hey, that's my support system, and they've worked through a problem together. So that could be a good place.
They could be each other's accountability partners.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't smoke that, don't do that. Yeah,
but it's still toxic. You know what I'm saying? Because they walk past that. What that is.
Yeah. And then the truth of the matter is, the very truth, it don't matter where you meet somebody, because there's crazy MFers everywhere.
Right.
But I mean, certain places just seem to be worse than others. The one thing I've heard, boy, everybody told Melinda, hey, we're so happy for you. You're dating somebody. Who you dating? My trainer. Everybody said, no.
Those red flags?
They said you never did your trainer. Her dad said everybody told her no, because it's like a trainers get bad reputations, and like I say, believe me, a lot of us have earned them. Boy, I ain't no fake bone in me. I used to be a dog, and when you working out definitely makes men and women. If you're working out, you're going to have an appetite for sex. You're going to have an appetite for food. You're going to have an appetite for life. Waking up gives you an appetite. That's why we eat 3 or 4 or 5 times a day, broccoli, turkey. It's healthy, but it makes you want to eat. Trinette Contreras.
So that's what, like, meeting people at the gym and just constantly working out like that?
Well, yeah, it's just, it could be the gym, like I say, that's a whole nother topic, but trainers and gym go together.
Mm-hmm.
You start looking up to the trainer, you start confiding in him. Literally, there's exercise where he's opening your legs, stretching you. A lot of the gym clothes, you can see everything. The clothes are revealing. And usually the clothes are revealing and the bodies are appealing. It could just be a very slippery slope. But doctors and police officers, boy, men in uniforms, hey, those are some of the biggest holes on the planet. Because the women, but it's not just them. Women love that uniform. Boy, my police buddies, I thought trainers got a lot of tails. Shh.
Oh, man.
Them boys in blue.
Hey, look, we're going to leave that one there. I got to get to it out and talk about it. One told you, she said social media.
That's definitely, that should be number one. Social media that should probably be number one.
Why do you think that? I asked her, is it, you mean like Facebook, Instagram, or is it just these date sites?
All of the above.
What is it?
I would say all of the above. Because if they responded to your direct message, and especially if it's a dude showing his chest and six-pack, it's a chick showing her thigh and coochie print or whatever, showing her big breasts, if you met her through the internet and if you hit her up, and especially when she responded, do you think you're the only one she responded to? You think you're the only one he's been DMing good morning, beautiful?
All right. And just so, I had commented, replied, I'll say, hey, I know a couple relationships that started, over the week, over the Facebook, over the social media, whereas, like you said, someone like, hey, beautiful, started from there. I seen your picture and da-da-da-da-da, and, and they were supposed to get married, but it didn't work, I still have yet to see the married post.
Somebody else DM'd him. I'm telling you.
And so shout out to Ryan Winfrey. He says, met my wife on AOL. Sorry, let me repeat that for you people that's under 20. AOL is America Online. That's where it had the direct dial. But long story short, and said that they've been married since 2004.
Wow.
I think that's snowflake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens. There's exceptions to every rule.
So yeah, shout out to him, for that. But yeah, I believe now social media of now, yes, is very toxic. Back then where not everyone was into social media, then okay, I can understand that. Shout out to Brian again. So he says, believe it or not, Walmart baby section.
Shit, Walmart. Period. Have y'all not been watching these Walmart videos?
But it's funny because I met a girl from Walmart in the parking lot.
Hey,
and someone else said Walmart. I was like, hold on, can
hey,
you say this?
Walmart just have a reputation, especially here lately.
So shout out to Chris. Now, this was a weird one. He said the cemetery.
I don't know why a few popped in my head, which was not true anyway, just popped in my head. A cemetery. Well, that dead hit different. That dead head is a whole different outfit coming off of the plate. The cemetery might be a bad place. Now, if they somewhere putting flower grave or something like that, that could be romantic, especially if it's her husband that if she's a widow.
That's kind of predatory. You preying on someone while they're vulnerable.
No, I'm saying if it just happens, like I'm saying you put flowers on the grave, it sounds like a damn movie to me.
Yeah.
That you would see on Notebook.
So how would you approach it? With the hey beautiful?
Shit. Hey, I would go look at the tombstone. Don't look like he gonna be doing much with you lately.
Hey, that's a good pickup line.
When she talking to him, hey, I don't think he's listening.
But I am.
He ignored you when he was alive. He's ignoring you now. Come on, let's go grab a bite to eat. But I would say, how about ABC To Catch a Predator? You should never meet your husband on that show, To Catch a Predator. Have you seen that show, To Catch a Predator? That's got to be the worst place.
Yeah, that's funny. And so Bobby, he says, not a place, but through another friend.
Ooh, I'm bad. It works sometimes. I'm bad about that. Hook me up with your sister.
Yeah.
That middleman shit. I don't like that because it pulls you right into it. Like, let's say if Ivan was single, I used to hate that. All of my homies, it was a thing. Man, hook me up with a friend. Hook me up with a sister. Bruh, be a man and go talk to whoever you want to talk to. Because the thing I used to hate, when I would break down and say, tell Lisa that Mike want to talk to her. Okay? So Lisa's my girl's friend. Now this dude, Mike, hey, man, what's up? I need to talk to you later. For what? Man, what's up with your homegirl, Lisa? Man, and then all of a sudden, now this dude is steady trying to talk to my lady about Lisa. Like, bro, leave both of us out there. That's why I don't like that hookup shit.
Facts. That's what I had said too. It's like, there are too many people in your business, so it's really not good like that. And one thing with me, like back in high school, it was like, people like, hey, hook me up. It was only weirdos that did that. You know what I'm saying?
You can't speak for you. And
it's like, you're like, okay, hey, you know what? You had, I had the nice, cool, hip chicks. You know what I'm saying? And show my little partner. Like, hey, kid. No, man, who does that? I'm not going, because, it's bad is like finding a partner who don't have cute chicks. You know what I'm saying? Be like, if I hook you up with one of my bad chicks, I'm going to want, like, yeah.
And the thing about it, and I ain't trying to be funny, you might be the dude with the swag, the dress. Usually the one of your partners that's asking,
right?
He don't even have none of the attributes that she like in you, and birds of a feather together. Her friends like a class of dudes. The reason why you're asking me because you don't even confidence. Women like confident men. What makes guys think I've had grown men do that shit to me recently.
Not a grown ass man.
Bro, I promise you. What makes you think just because I said this shit gonna drop her panties? If you can't get a woman on your own, you're not gonna be able to get one through me. That's how I feel.
Fact.
Or a man, ladies,
Fact. So since we're talking about that, I think this is the number one most toxic place to meet your future mate.
What, STWF Studios?
Hold on, let me
The most toxic place to meet your mate.
Dallas Cowboys game.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into the podcast. This shit is over with. All right, now you talking about vulnerability. She gonna be crying because of a loss, and you can hold her.
Well, shout out to Maurice. He said Dallas Cowboy game, and that got the most likes. But
unfollow Maurice, everybody. Block him, unfollow him.
Hell, funny. But yeah, then of course Robert Bumpy Johnson. He came back and said the Saints game, and I punished him from that post. Like, no, you can't say that. But getting next to the next few ones. 2, he said right at the bus stop.
Oh man, I don't know about now. I ain't lived in no cliff in a minute. Boy, in the 90s, that was almost talked about, not just on the bus stop, but on the damn dark bus, period. It'd be some fools on that bus. Always some crazy people on that bus. But that's where a lot of hood rats hook up at. Hood rats, male and female.
That's what LL Cool J said, pull up at the bus stop, you know what I'm saying, on a lollipop.
Shit, when you pull up on the
that
bus
was
stop,
the spot to,
bro, you could be rolling the Pinto. When you pull
Right,
up in
that's-
front of the bus stop, you the man. Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
man.
I ain't got to pay for the bus today.
Fact. And you just don't even know. You just let the whole toxic valley in your car.
Hey,
Because she is toxic.
What do y'all think about the liquor store? I think that's a festive place to meet somebody, but the liquor store might not be the best place to meet somebody either.
Yeah. But what's a current? It said at your current's place. All right. So Wiley Love, he said at your currents, CURRENTS place. I don't know what that is.
Maybe saying at your current place. I don't understand that one.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, can you give us if you still paying attention, now give us a little more feedback on that one. We don't know how to address that one.
Facts. So but this post will always, this post will be up, and y'all can be in our live stream. Y'all, y'all can catch the replay. Y'all can comment and leave your thoughts, on some things that we may have overlooked or forgot about. But before we get ready to get up out of here, you got any shout outs?
Hey, what up, everybody? Just everybody that's tuned in. MMHR might be a bad place to meet somebody dealing with some mental issues. So yeah, the list just goes on and on. But like I say, you can meet a bad apple or you can meet Mr. Right anywhere. I truly believe in that. And there's always exceptions to the rules. But it's all about, connection and what you feel inside people. So thank y'all for, giving us feedback. Thank y'all for, chiming in. Y'all keep it going. Because this is something we're going to be doing every Tuesday, a hot topic. And guess what? Y'all hit us up and let us know what y'all want. Y'all could suggest the topics.
Facts.
We are open to suggestions. Y'all can start hitting Ivan up, hit me up, Coach Lee up. Start hitting us up and what do y'all want to talk about? Next Tuesday, as a matter of fact, I know I got some of my people watching. I know I haven't got about 1 million people watching. Why don't y'all tell us what y'all want us to talk about next Tuesday? And if we use your comment, if we use your suggestion, you get a life-size poster of me.
Okay, yeah. I'm like,
now, Phil, we use y'all comment. We'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
We'll think about something. But seriously, if y'all come up with a hot topic for us and we use it, this is just spare of the moment, so we don't have the gift ready. But we will definitely look for a person that give us the best hot topic, and we'll give y'all. And so that's what's up.
Facts. Recap. We break the excluding. I was talking to church. Not many couples I know. So we want to, it's like you said earlier. It's all about yourself and being willing to love. Because at the end of the day, you gotta break these stigmas that people put in your head, and even the ones that bad situations put in yours. So definitely, we appreciate everyone who commented, who contributed to this post. And hey, you know what? Y'all can actually come and visit us. If y'all not here in Dallas, y'all can get on this post. On this live stream virtually. So if y'all want to get on and say something, y'all can click the link and join us, or y'all can call in. But yeah, that's all we got. Definitely give a shout out to everybody that's tapped in with us. We appreciate y'all. And that's about it. You got some dog bark for us so we get up out of here?
STWF Studios, y'all. Hot Topic Tuesday. All dog, no cat. Oh, now we got a cat at the crib. I can't even say that shit no more.